If you're over 60 or even approaching it, I want to share 8 things I gave myself permission to let go of. Fair warning, some of these are going to be controversial. They get more controversial as we go, and the last 3 might really get under your skin. But here's my experience. Let's jump in. Number 1, I stopped saving like my life depended on it. I spent my whole career in warehouse and distribution operations, 30 plus years. Started as a dispatcher, ended as operations manager at a mid-sized logistics company. And the whole time, I was stuffing every spare dollar into my 401k, living like the millionaire next door, never spending a cent I didn't have to. When I retired at 62, I had to sit myself down and say, Mark, you've earned the right to actually enjoy this money. Now, do I mean blow it all? No. But I had a financial plan. I knew what my goals were. I knew what it was going to take to get there. And once I had that clarity, I realized I was sacrificing unnecessarily. The truth is, you're probably never going to get as much joy out of your money as you will right now, today. So I stopped hoarding it like I was still that 30-year-old dispatcher worried about making rent. Number 2, I stopped spending on things that didn't bring me joy. This one sounds like it contradicts number 1, but it doesn't. I used to buy stuff and then a week later think, what was the point of that? So I did an inventory. I looked at the last $1,000 I'd spent on things I didn't strictly need and asked myself, how many of these gave me joy in the moment? How many are still giving me joy a week later, a month later? And you know what I found? The things that actually stuck were experiences. Dinner with Linda, a weekend trip, coffee with an old friend from the warehouse days, adventures, time with people I love. The stuff? Most of it was just noise. So I got ruthless about where my money goes now. If it doesn't bring joy, it doesn't get bought. Number 3, I stopped pretending. I spent decades being whatever people needed me to be. The reliable manager, the guy who never complained, the one who always said yes. And look, we all play roles. Parent, spouse, friend, colleague. Those are real. But somewhere along the way, I'd lost track of who I actually was underneath all that. After I retired, I gave myself permission to just be me. Mark Anthony. Not the operations manager. Not the guy trying to impress anyone. Just me. And I'll be honest, I'm still getting more comfortable with that every year. Not everyone's going to love who I am, and that's fine. But I think by 60, you've earned the right to stop performing. Number 4, I stopped putting myself down. This one's personal. I used to have this voice in my head. You're not smart enough. You didn't go to university. You're just a warehouse guy. And I carried that for years. But here's the thing. We all have strengths and weaknesses. We're all human. None of us are perfect. I made a rule for myself. I don't put myself down, and I don't allow people in my life who put me down. Life is too short. We become the people we spend the most time with, and I want to be around people who lift me up. If you're 60 and you're still beating yourself up, I'm telling you, if you don't stop now, you never will. And if you need to see a therapist to work through it, do it. I did, back in my 30s. Had some baggage I needed to deal with. Best decision I ever made. Number 5, I stopped worrying. Worrying steals joy, full stop. And I was a world-class worrier. I'd lie awake thinking about things I couldn't control. The market, my health, whether my kids were going to be okay. But here's what I've learned. Regret is about the past, and worry is about the future. The past is done. You can't rewrite it. And the future? It's not guaranteed to any of us. My father had a massive stroke at 59. My older brother had a triple bypass at 57. I watched what worry and stress did to them. So I decided, I do the best I can and that's good enough. I can't control what's coming. None of us can. Number 6, I stopped over-supporting my adult children. Okay, here's where it gets controversial. Look, Linda and I love our kids, and as parents we want what's best for them. It's so easy to say, sure, I'll help with the down payment. Sure, I'll cover that expense. And if you can afford to do that and your retirement is still solid, great. But don't put your retirement at risk to help adult children who can take care of themselves. They have student loans for graduate school. They have mortgages to buy houses. They have car loans to buy cars. But you know what kind of loan they don't have? A retirement loan. There's no such thing. So I gave myself permission to say, I love you, but I need to take care of myself and your mother first. That was hard. I'm still guilty of helping too much sometimes. But your retirement has to come first. Number 7, I stopped taking my health for granted. Having time in retirement is critical, but that time looks very different if you let your health fall apart. I spent 30 years eating gas station breakfast sandwiches at 5 a.m., living on coffee and vending machine snacks all day. My body was running on junk. When I retired, I invested the time to shop for real food, to cook proper meals, to stay active. It's not glamorous. But when your father spent his final years in assisted living after a stroke, you understand that health isn't something you can take for granted. So invest in it. Move your body. Eat better. And if you can afford it, get some help. A trainer, a nutritionist, whatever you need. Number 8, I stopped taking my time for granted. This is the big one. If you're 60 years old, you have less than 1,000 weeks of healthy, active time left. 1,000 weeks. Some of us will be lucky and get more. Most of us won't. I think about that number every single day. It's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because once you really understand that your time is finite, everything else on this list falls into place. You stop saving out of fear. You stop wasting money on junk. You stop pretending. You stop worrying about things you can't control. And you start living. That's what I did. And retirement got so much better.